So you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, but you're not quite sure where to live? Well, in today's video, we're going to be revealing 5 neighborhoods where you can consider living in when moving to San Antonio.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. You're not going to want to miss. Let's check it out.
So let's dive into some of the top neighborhoods to live in. And we first want to mention that some of these neighborhoods can even be categorized as their own cities.
Yes, but one thing that all of these places have in common is that they were all ranked by niche.com as some of the best places to live here in Texas.
So if you find any interest into any of these neighborhoods, feel free to reach out to us with the information on the screen with a phone call, text, or email, and we would love to help. Now, first on the list, in no particular order, is going to be Northeast Inner Loop.
Yes, and Maya Say actually recently did an article referencing niche.com and how they ranked Northeast Inner Loop as actually the number 8 neighborhood among 644 areas as one of the best places to live in Texas, not just in San Antonio, but in Texas.
Now, Northeast Inner Loop is actually located just north of downtown, about 15 minutes away from the heart of downtown.
Now, the homes here in this area are going to be filled with tons of charm. They're not going to be your average cookie cutter homes. They're all going to look different. They're going to be older homes that are filled with a ton of character.
Right, and one main thing that I really like about these neighborhoods that we're going to be covering, but especially Northeast Inner Loop, is the good sized yards and all the mature trees that they have.
Yes, and like Frank mentioned, the other areas have these large yards and mature trees as well. And I think that's something that just adds to like the coziness feel that I experience in each of these areas.
Now, another major feature of this area is going to be the accessibility that one has here with this neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood is literally located off of one of our major highways, which is Loop 410, which can actually get you anywhere in San Antonio.
And next on the list, we're going to be talking about Alamo Heights. Now, Alamo Heights is one of the neighborhoods, as Frank mentioned earlier, that is actually its own little city, and it's going to be located approximately 4.5 miles just north of downtown.
Now, the city of Alamo Heights has a population of about 7,400 people and has a median home value of about $633,000 according to niche.com.
Now, Alamo Heights has Broadway Street, which is a well-known street in the area, and it has a ton to do. So it has a lot of restaurants. One of our favorite is Paloma Blanca.
And they actually have Chipotle, which is not a San Antonio thing, but I just really like it.
Yes, and they also have a ton of retail shops, antique shops, which are really fun to check out, and family-friendly activities as well. They have places like the Whitty Museum and the Dooseum. The homes here are going to be filled with a ton of character, charm, and history. The homes are really going to be dating back to the early 20th century, so you can really tell in the features of the homes there. Now, Alamo Heights also has an area that is more of a newer development, so within the whole city of Alamo Heights, you're going to find homes that are going to look different, right? Some of them are going to look more like cottage-like style, which are going to be the older homes, and then you're going to also have some massive luxury estates, which are going to be in the newer development areas.
Now, what you're going to find with all these existing neighborhoods and some of the neighborhoods that we're going to be talking about is the mature trees. Now, I really want to harp on that because driving through some of these neighborhoods, you're really going to get the feel of why they're their own little entities.
Yes, those tree-lined streets really make for a welcoming drive. It's really, really nice.
Now, one thing we wanted to mention, if we haven't done so already at the beginning of this video, is talk about how close these neighborhoods are in proximity to one another. Now, from one side of the street, you could be in Alamo Heights, and to the other side of the street, you could be in Terrell Hills, which is actually the next one on the list.
So yeah, Terrell Hills is going to be another neighborhood that is going to be categorized as its own little city. And it is located just east of Alamo Heights and northeast of downtown, just about 10 minutes away. Now, the homes here in Terrell Hills are so beautiful and they're massive with yards to match. The yards here are very large with beautiful landscaping, and the architecture and the characteristics on each home are just so phenomenal. They're not going to be your average cookie cutter homes, just like the other neighborhoods aren't going to be. Each home is going to be different, and the architecture, like I said here on the homes here, are just so beautiful.
Now, the population of Terrell Hills is going to be about over 5,000 people, and the median home value is going to be about $634,000 according to niche.com.
And just down the street from this neighborhood, you're gonna have places like the Shops at Lincoln Heights. Now, they're gonna have a ton of restaurants there and an H-E-B, which is a plus. Now, not to get confused with HEB Plus, I just mean in addition to. So it's not an HEB Plus, but it's a great thing that they have an HEB so close.
Now, next on the list is going to be Olmos Park, which is a small historic neighborhood with a population of about 2,400 people. Now, this is a very quaint area that is actually not very large, but does have a median home value of about $703,000, according to niche.com.
This historic district is located just north of downtown, I would say about 10 minutes away, and it is home to some of the most beautiful architecture that dates back to the 1930s and 40s. Most of the homes are going to have an English stone cottage look to them, and you can definitely notice that, when driving around the neighborhood, you can definitely take notice of that type of style of home. It's just beautiful and filled with so much history.
Now, with a name like Olmos Park, yes, they do in fact have a park with trails, playgrounds, and also picnic areas for the whole family.
And next on the list is going to be Monte Vista neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood was founded in the late 19th century, and just like some of the other neighborhoods that we've been speaking about, this is another historic district that is home to thousands here in San Antonio. Now, this neighborhood is going to be located just north of downtown, but south of Olmos Park, which is the neighborhood that we just mentioned previously. Again, these last four neighborhoods that we're talking about just really kind of border each other, and they're really, really close in proximity.
And the median home value here is about $600,000, according to niche.com.
Now, one of the cool things about all these neighborhoods that we just talked about being in such close proximity to each other is that they're going to share a lot of the same amenities. So you're going to have places like the San Antonio Zoo, which is always really fun to take the family to do. You're also going to have the McNay Art Museum, the Japanese Tea Garden, and just a whole bunch of other places, especially downtown, right? These neighborhoods are located just minutes away from downtown. Even the Northeast Inner Loop, that one's going to be the furthest out, but it's just about 15 minutes, so not a far drive where you can still enjoy the downtown amenities. So whether you're interested in the Monte Vista neighborhood or even Northeast Inner Loop, there's really going to be no shortage of entertainment near these neighborhoods. Now, if you found this video informative, feel free to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, because we'll be putting out new videos each week about living in our beautiful city.
And if you're curious to find out any more information on the neighborhoods that we just covered, we want to remind you guys that we're licensed real estate agents here in the state of Texas and a husband and wife team. So if you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, whether that be for work or just a change of scenery, we would love to help. So feel free to reach out to us with the information on the screen with a phone call, text, or email, and we would love to assist you guys with all of your real estate needs. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next video.